Zips Football Weekly with Tom Arth. Presented by Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing partners include Summa Health. It's your health. Let's own it together. Miller Lite. It's Miller time. Hilton Akron Fairlawn. Proud to be the host hotel of Zips Football. And the Spaghetti Warehouse. Famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to a brand new edition of Zips Football Weekly with head coach Tom Arth, brought to you as always by our friends at the Wentz Financial Group. Well, if you're a University of Akron football fan, I know you're looking forward to Saturday at noon. That's when the Zips will open up the home portion of their season against the University of Alabama at Birmingham. That's right, the Blazers come to town as the defending Conference USA champions. And Coach, we're all looking forward to that one. But right now, let's talk a little bit about that Illinois game. When we scheduled Illinois, I think they won 4 games last year, but they're a much improved football team. They brought some new guys in. They always could score last year. It looks like their defense is vastly improved also.
You know, I think they definitely have. You know, that's a group that's been playing for a while, very experienced on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they have about as good a rushing attack as anybody in college football, and defensively, they certainly you know, have improved and have gotten better through the experiences of playing. So it was a great challenge for us. It was a great environment, and you know, I think there was a lot of really good takeaways from that game from our perspective. Unfortunately, we didn't play as well as I think we're capable of. But there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of really positive things that we can build on going forward.
We're going to look at highlights for both the first and second half in a minute, Coach, but you've watched the tape, you've talked to the coaches and the players. What did you take out of that little positive nature? You
know, the positives really were just how we stayed together, how we stayed positive. We really stayed composed throughout the course of that game. They did some different things, offensively, defensively, and special teams than what they showed all season last year. And you know, a lot of coaching staffs, a lot of players would panic in that moment. And I think that our players really hung in there and made the adjustments that we needed to, understood the adjustments, and went out and you know, did a good job of executing the adjustments that we made to the plan. Also, you know, getting down early, giving up some third downs in the red zone to allow some scores can be deflating. And I think to our team's credit, they came off the field, great attitude, stayed positive, kept fighting the whole way through.
Coach, you took a lot of players on the plane trip over to Champaign-Urbana. Just about all of them played, gave them a little game experience.
We did. You know, it was about 75 players that made the trip, and I think the majority of them got an opportunity to play. And you know, very exciting that there were 15 freshmen that played for us, 11 true freshmen, and all of our freshmen played extremely well. I think guys like Tyson McDonald, Julian Richardson, Mike Matheson, and you could go on, just played really well. We had three freshmen, true freshmen, starting in the secondary, and they held their own. They looked like they belong out on that football field against a very good opponent. So I think that's great for us and for the development of our team.
Right now, let's go back to Champaign-Urbana, Illinois for first half highlights between the University of Akron and the University of Illinois. Highlights brought to you by the Big Ten Network. Coach, we kicked off to Illinois, and they took it down the field on us a little bit.
They did. You know, they had some success early, and I think, you know, the big thing that we you know, didn't do a great job of was our third down execution. You know, they scored 3 touchdowns on third and long situations. I thought we did a pretty good job first and second down, getting them into some third down situations that are favorable for our team, and unfortunately, you know, we didn't capitalize.
There's a nice run, I think, by the freshman, Mike.
Mike
played a good game for you.
Mike played a great game. Very explosive player. You know, very dynamic with the ball in his hands. Here you see Nate, you know, getting a big reception on the first drive of the game on a second and long. You know, caught him in the right coverage, and you know, the offensive line had great protection on that play, and Cato and Nate executed at a high level.
Coach, let's go back to the first offensive play you ran. We don't have it on tape, but that was a long pass to Boogie. He was wide open. He had a couple steps underthrown. If that's thrown a little bit far, that could be a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, it was close, and that was really, you know, we had a few of those opportunities in the game. We had some potential explosive plays, some long touchdowns that we just missed, either just overthrowing them. We had a couple drops, just a couple things where we weren't just firing on all cylinders that really come back to hurt us.
Had a nice 56-yard drive, Coach, 11 plays resulting in that 42-yard field goal by Jerry Fitch, and it's 7-3 at the time.
Yeah, we would have loved for that to be 7-7. Looking back on it, our second down play, I think we had an opportunity to get a completion and be first and goal. And then certainly on third down, we had a screen called, and they brought a total. They blitzed everybody, and just got to us a little bit before we got it out, but had a great opportunity to make a big play there and tie that game up. But that being said, I thought it was a fantastic opening drive. I was very proud of our team to come back after giving up a score and to come back and put some points on the board on our side.
Coach, I talked to you after the game about late in the first half. Looked like we had got momentum in the football game. Had to punt a short punt. They take it in for that fourth touchdown of the first half. That was tough. That
was. Unfortunately, we did not handle those kind of last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half very well. That's where the game really kind of got out of hand for us. We were in great position. It's 21-3. We're fine. We just need to put a few plays together. But unfortunately, give them a short field, let them score before the half to go up 28. And then coming out, we had the ball and unfortunately had a couple miscues that resulted in a punt and another short field and another offensive touchdown for Illinois.
Coach, your two inside linebackers, John Lako and Bubba Arcelanian, I thought played extremely well for you.
They did. There was a lot of really great individual players in that game that had some great games, and Bubba certainly one of them. Lako, you count on every single day, every single week to be that type of player for you. And Sean Featherstone had a fantastic game, not only on defense but also on special teams. He played really, really well. He had a great practice all week. Brandon Council offensively played a great game. I was so proud of Brandon. The effort that he plays with, the intensity that he plays with is really noticeable, and that's going to go a long way for our offense.
Zips are down 28-3 at the half over at Illinois on Saturday. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have a special feature about a young man that Zip fans know well, Ulysses Gilbert, so don't go away.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
The University of Akron is more than a college or campus.
It's a connection to the community.
To the thousands of opportunities right here in Northeast Ohio.
And to the partnerships with employers and organizations.
Like the LeBron James Family Foundation, where we connect kids to life-changing possibilities.
It's the strength of UA, this city, and these connections.
It's where students make an impact on their community and in the world.
While still making an impact
in the classroom,
on the track,
in the boardroom,
and in my community.
That's what makes us the University of Akron.
Well, a couple weeks ago, we traveled over to Western Pennsylvania to the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp to talk about former Zip Ulysses Gilbert. That's our feature today, brought to you by the Hilton Fairlawn Hotel.
Being from Florida, being a Steelers fan, just growing up, my brother liked the Ravens, my dad liked the Cowboys, and I just love the Steelers because of their defense. So I just always grew up watching football, and the Steelers had just a wonderful defense, and I was a defense kind of guy, and I just love the hard hitting, definitely how they hit back in the day. So the Steelers just really caught my eye, and I just followed them ever since. And then to be drafted by them is just a blessing. It's kind of surreal. I honestly didn't think I was going to get drafted by them after they drafted Devin Bush. But God works in mysterious ways, and I'm here now, and it's a blessing just to be here. And I'm going to continue to work hard and hopefully be able to play with them and for a few years to come. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of in a different kind of upset mood because I thought I was supposed to go earlier. But I was with my mom and a couple of my friends, and somehow just my family just in the room, just relaxing. It was just a surreal feeling when I seen the Pittsburgh PA phone call, and I just answered it because I was finna throw away some boiled peanut shells, and I just saw the phone, I answered it, and it was Coach Tom telling me I got drafted by them. So I was just like amazed and just thankful, and and I'm just blessed to be in that position. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's something you dream of as a kid, and for it to come true, it's like, it's unbelievable. Some things you kind of say as a kid you dream about, you work for, but like everybody, it doesn't always happen for everybody. So for that to actually happen, it's just a blessing, and it just shows from all your hard work, but it's only the beginning. You got to continue to work hard. You got to continue to, just give it your all each day, and because it's only the beginning. You got so much more left in the tank. You got so much more to prove, and just so much more just to enjoy about this game of football. Speed is not too big of an adjustment for me. It was more so the attention to detail. A lot of guys up here are, 10-year, 11-year, 8-year, 9-year, 10-year vets. So they've been around the league a lot. They've been around different players. They've been around different systems, and they know the playbook in and out. And they're so good with their skill set to the point where, as a rookie coming in, you just have to get your skill set and pretty much just critique it and just get better at it. So it's just a lot of stuff. You have to have good footing, good leverage. It's just so much you have to really think about just to beat certain guys. The quarterbacks are even 10 times better. They throw the ball so you won't catch it, they're never going to throw it to you. So it's just a different level of football. That's what you have to get used to. Because at Akron, you play all different type of different people. You went to the Big Ten, you went to SEC, and then of course you play mat football. And look at Ben, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, and he came from Miami, Ohio. So the talent is everywhere. So come from Akron, just being against the talent we have and played against is just amazing. It just set me up for this level of football. Man, you see like Deontay Johnson came from Toledo. He's going to be one of the top wide receivers here as well. So, the MAP players are as well as good as everybody from the SEC and Big Ten, in my opinion, and ACC. Because at the end of the day, we all just football players. We all put our pads on. We all sweat and we all bleed. We just out here playing the game we love. It's just all about competing.
Well, Ulysses is a happy man today because on Saturday he got the news that he had made the Pittsburgh Steelers 53-man roster. And Coach, you've been through that cut-down day a couple times. That's got to be a lot of stress on a player, not knowing if you're going to make it, what you're going to do if you don't make it. Stressful, right?
It's extremely stressful, and the tough part is it doesn't end after that initial cut-down. Really every day in the life of a professional football player, you're waking up and you know that your job's on the line, and then you could walk into the building and somebody could be there to replace you. And I think that's what makes the NFL so special and why it's such a competitive league, is that players, every single day are competing, for their jobs, for their positions, for their livelihoods. So it's stressful. It won't get any easier for Ulysses, but we're so proud of him and so happy for him. And want to congratulate him on all the success that he's had up to this point.
There's 3 or 4 other former Zips that also made NFL rosters, so that says a lot about the program and some of the guys you're coaching right now that someday will be playing in the league.
Absolutely. I think you look at this level of football, and I think our commissioner at Media Day said it best. And, they're some of the most influential people in the National Football League. The leading passer, the leading receiver, the defensive player of the year, coach in the Super Bowl. You can go on and on. All played in this conference. So we know that this is an incredibly talent-rich league, and it's an honor to be a part of it.
Congratulations once again to Ulysses Gilbert. We're going to take a break, come back with second half highlights for that Akron, Illinois game right after this.
Roman was born with a hole in his heart. But thanks to the experts at Summa, who found the problem and fixed it quickly, he's feeling 26 again. Not 76. Minimally invasive heart procedures, many performed in under 2 hours. Summa Health, vital for getting back in the game and more.
Miller Lite is brewed for great taste with only 96 calories and 0 grams of sugar. So when one's done, it's the perfect time to start another. Miller Lite, hold true. Can a beer be brewed for great taste? Only 96 calories with 0 grams of sugar? No sweat. Miller Lite, hold true.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Football Weekly with head coach Tom Arth. We are ready for second half highlights. Zips over at Illinois to open up the season on Saturday. against the Big Ten Fighting Illini. And Coach, we get the second half kickoff. What were some of the plans you talked at halftime about coming out and trying to get something rolling?
Well, you know, I think it was important. We had made some adjustments up to that point, but really had a good feel for how they were playing. And again, it was very different from anything that they showed on tape last year. So, you know, really had some, you know, different run game, some different pass patterns that we had up that, you know, I think gave us an opportunity to have some success. And you can see Mike again, you know, getting a great carry, getting a good drive started for us.
You know, he was a guy that the Zip fans don't know much about, but you knew him from your days down in Chattanooga. I'm sure you recruited him out there, but he's going to be a major player for you in the future. We're
very excited about Mike. You can see everybody, you know, was able to see how talented Mike is, what a great football player he is, but he's also a 4.0 student, and he's just a really special person, just very humble, you know, hardworking, tough. Just all the things that you're looking for somebody to build your program around. I think Mike is a great example of that.
As you mentioned at the top of the show, Coach, you played 15 true freshmen, and the stage wasn't too big for them. They all contributed. Not much more they're going to play the rest of the year, but boy, they looked good on Saturday.
They really did. That was exciting for us. It was great. We knew a lot of those guys were going to play, you know, coming into the season, and until they get out there, until you put them out there in that moment, in that environment, you're never quite sure how they're going to handle it. And I think that they all rose to the occasion. They all stepped up. They trusted their technique. They trusted their training, and they went out there and executed at a high level.
Of course, we missed a field goal in the second half, but how'd you think the offense played in that second half for you?
Well, you know, I mean, we did some good things. You know, I think we did a good job possessing the football. You know, we went on some drives, we moved the ball, but we just had a hard time sustaining anything, and converting third downs was a problem for us all day. We got to third down, and we had a difficult time. But when we were efficient on first and second down, I think we were able to move the football. So it's a good lesson. It's a good learning lesson for us, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. Third downs are difficult. It's difficult to convert third downs, and you know, we need to stay out of them as much as we can if we're going to be a great offense.
Boy, Illinois had a really good defensive line. I think they had a couple new guys that had come in late, so they were a force defensively.
They were. You know, I think that you know, there were some things, you know, that we didn't handle as well as we're capable of. You know, they were twisting, and they got us on some twists, freeing some D linemen up. There were some times where we probably held on to the ball a little bit too long and passed up some open receivers. So again, you know, game one, year one in our program and within our offense, there's going to be some growing pains, and I think we felt that on Saturday, and I know we'll be better for it.
There you go. Zips lose that one, but they'll be back on Saturday for the home opener against the University of Alabama and Birmingham. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll announce our Player of the Week, our Play of the Week, and also have a scouting report on the Blazers. So don't go away. We're back with more after this timeout.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Football Weekly. Each time we're going to announce our player of the game and also our big play of the game, and it's brought to you each week by our friends at the Wentz Financial Group. And Coach, our player of the game, Bubba Arcelanian out of Aurora, Ohio, only a sophomore, 11 tackles, 6 solo, 5 assists, 1 tackle for a loss, a sack, 5'9", 205 pounds of energy, right?
He absolutely is, and it's really every day. Bubba doesn't change, whether it's practice or game day. Bubba is consistent. He is always going as hard as he possibly can. We actually made a cut-up of him for the team today to show practice execution equals game reality. And all the things that Bubba did on Saturday, he did on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, throughout this week. And it was just a really great example for our team to see that practice does matter and it pays off.
Coach, for those players watching out there, high school players, parents, you don't have to be 6'3" and 250 pounds to play D1 football. He's 5'9", 205, and he is a true D1 football player.
He really is. He's got a lot of just innate, just football intelligence. He's a smart player. He always is around the football, great instincts, and plays really, really hard.
I know you're strong. You work out all the time, but Bubba is super strong.
Yeah, he is a lot tougher than I am, believe me.
How about our big play of the game? And that came in the first half, a 28-yard pass from Cato Nelson to Nate Stewart. Good for 28 yards in the first down. Coach, you talked all summer about how good Nate Stewart was, and he came in and had a big game for you against Illinois.
He did. Nate is somebody that we recognized as a captain this week for us because of all the hard work that he's put in. A guy that, every day throughout fall camp, did not miss a single rep, never asked to come out, just came out like Bubba and practices hard every single day. And he had a great game. He had a great game for us. This was obviously a big play in that opening drive of the game that helped us get a score. So I was really proud of the way Nate played and continue to expect great things from him.
The nice thing about those two guys, Coach, they're underclassmen. You'll have them for a couple more years.
Absolutely. That's always very positive.
Exactly.
Young guys playing well and developing within your program.
Saturday at noon, we hope you're making plans to be at InfoCision Stadium. University of Alabama, Birmingham. UAB Blazers will be there. Coach, they're a good football team. They're defending Conference USA champions. They had 10 wins last year, 8 in 2017. They already won their first game, so they're a good football team.
They're a very good football team, and they know what it takes to win. They've been very successful over the last couple of years. I think their most successful season in school history this past year, winning the conference championship, winning a bowl game. So they're a group that is used to being successful. So it's going to be a great challenge for us. They're very athletic. They play hard. They play well. They're coached well. So we need to make sure we have a great week this week and come out and bring our A game.
They played last Thursday night against Alabama State. They won that one 24-19. I think the defense had to play well late for them to get out of there with the win, but you win that first one, you're feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, to their credit, they did. They played a tough game. Alabama State's a good football team. Watching them on tape, they have athletes all over the field, and they challenged UAB and took them right down to the wire. UAB had to get an interception at the end of the game to hold them off and get the win. And it's going to be an exciting game for us this weekend. We're excited to be able to play at home in front of our fans, in front of our players' families, and I think it's going to be a great experience for everybody.
Their defense is led by linebacker Garrett Marino. He had 9 tackles against Alabama State. Also, Jarian Street had a sack late in the game, so they're talented on defense, scored 24 points on offense. Coach, as I said after the game on Saturday, the most improvement for a football team between game 1 and game 2. What do you look for improvement in your football team this coming week?
Well, I think the most important thing for us is to build on, some of the positives that we had, to learn from the mistakes that we made, and most of them are within our control. We didn't lose, that game because we were playing a Big Ten opponent. We lost that game because we didn't play as well as we were capable of playing, and we didn't do some things that we've done throughout fall camp, throughout spring, that have really put us in position to have a strong season that we didn't do. We let the moment kind of define our performance, and I think that'll be great for us to have gone through, that we can learn from and come out and be much better the second time around.
Coach, regardless if it's baseball or basketball, there's something about that home opener that gets the adrenaline flowing. I know you're looking forward to coaching your first game at home at InfoCision Stadium.
Absolutely, it's going to be great. We've had so much support from our community, from our fans, and it'll be a really special opportunity for us to play in front of them, and for me to coach again in Northeast Ohio. It's been a couple years, so I'm excited. I know my family's excited, and we have a number of people that will be coming to the game. So we're looking forward to that.
There you go, Coach. We'll see you back here next week, hopefully talking about a win over UAB. Always remember, go Zips, and we'll see you Saturday in InfoCision Stadium. Have a great week, everybody.
Zips Football Weekly with Tom Arth. Presented by Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing partners include Summa Health, it's your health, let's own it together. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Hilton Akron Fairlawn, proud to be the host hotel of Zips football. And the Spaghetti Warehouse, famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield IMG College. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Learfield IMG College.